together, clap those thunder sticks, and welcome to the stage, the Florida Mayhem. Bring him out! I don't know what I'm seeing, but I love that swoosh leads the way every single time. They're not done yet, boys.
Yo, okay, I see what this is some.
Let's bring out their opponent. Give it up for the hometown squad wearing purple today. It's the LA Gladiators. Chaz casually walking. This is something I've seen on Sex and the City, Bren. It's a show on HBO. It's fantastic. It's about 10 years old. Let's get into this, though, as this squad is 2-4.
Valkyrie both go off at the same time, preemptively, as the Mayhem haven't lost any players at that point. Shaz moves forward here, trying to protect his team and give that barrage safety to Hydration as he lays it on down. Logix falls. Bishi now getting back into the fight. He sees to have found a sort of Zenyatta, but thinks better of it. Needs to get himself back on towards the point, but it's just him here. The Mayhem, patience.
It's just not enough. They try to use the Transcendence to keep Hydration alive during his Rocket Barrage. Barrage in. Doesn't work. Here's the Rocket Barrage that comes in from Tavik. He'll be able to get to.
That's going to be worthwhile, I think. Now Logix has a bit of work to do as well, and he's found Hydration. They've got the kills here, and the Gladiators trying to play fairly far forward. I think they're going to get pushed back now. Logix will not be stopped. Shore4 is first, Shaz the second, and then McCree now is on the roll as...
Can't really get up there and get him easily here with playing Genji. It's really all on Bishu, so we'll see how Bishu reacts to this. It looks like you see from your screen, he's actually going and flying, going after Zebo, and they're actually able to take him out.
Yeah, a great way to start the fight, and this is more for the Gladiators now. They know they can go. The flash gets reflected. Logix with Shore4 up from above, dropping down. Swoosh now is just going to be completely cleaned up, and the Mayhem are looking out of sorts a little bit, and a lot of healing available now, so you can do a little bit of this stuff. Play a little bit fast and loose and get aggressive, but it's another 2K for Bishu with that self-destruct. It may not be enough, though, as you're going to see that D-Shoot there come through pretty quickly. Remix down. Shore4 going to follow, and Logix is fighting all the headshots right now, and he has to.
Hydration's going to use his Dragon Blade. He goes right through Zupe, takes out Logix. Don't know if this will be enough, though, and there's actually members from the Gladiators coming off of the spawn.
Remix is not going to let him go until he's absolutely done with it. And Zupe was just a bruised mass, huddled on the floor, now back to spawn. The Bishu is de-seated, and Remix is going to be falling under a bit. Waited for the sound barrier to completely expire, but he went for it anyway. Hydration still goes down. Tvik finished the job regardless, and now it is going to be the Valkyrie committed to the fight. Hydration back, the second coming of the Birdman, but Logix is looking now for another target. Practicing some damage into some tanks to start this thing off, and Shaz has brought back Remix while Swoosh goes down to a pulse bomb himself.
Potentially make it back towards the cart. The Mayhem need to get out of this door, though. The payload getting very close to that golden box of victory.
Shore4 now on that high ground, looking for an opportunity to drop in. There is a barrage here. Hydration has found himself to support. Oh, it's a massacre. Hydration has found the most important targets, and now they've been removed. It's Logix and Manatin on the payload. They're going to get taken down, and the Gladiators get it done. Hydration goes for the big man play, and he sinks it. Right now he's bobbing for apples, just sort of sitting back and trying to hit some of these rockets in. Bishu realizes he has to pull out very quickly. They're going to have to bring Spring back onto the point, and they've done so now, but Bishu's taking a heck of a lot of damage. He's been focused. Where are the rest of the Gladiators? Logix, though, is taken down by Shore4, who returns to the fight, this time as Tracer. It's going to be a Resurrect committed, though. Zupe wants to bring the
Valkyrie that comes out from the Florida Mayhem. Shaz will take out Tavik. That'll force Zupe to use the rest on Tavik. Bring him back into the equation. Big Goose has used his rest to bring Hydration Bishu back as well. Here comes the Transcendence from the Gladiators.
Now, recall force for Logix there, who could have died. Now he has a Harmony Orb, but it's going to be tough for him to stand up against the heat. He backs out. Tvik's going to go down, though. Big Goose actually found him. That's massive. Big Goose, during his Valkyrie, blasts Tvik down on that Pharah. Pulse Bomb going to be eaten up by Manatin there. Not much he can do about it. Now the Transcender's being forced in by Zeverside. The Mayhem, the Gladiators still have a bunch of players to work with. It needs to be a big Pulse Bomb. Followed up with the dive. Shore4 wants to get some big taste for dinner. Oh, he's got one. Hoping for more. Surely he was, but Swoosh goes low. Logix is looking worse for wear as well. And Shore4 now has the chance to pressure forward. This guy's quick on his feet. They definitely don't call him lame Roberts.
Spawn advantage here. There'll be Shaz who takes out two. Zebo will fall at the end. Looks like Manatin just the person coming off the spawn for the Mayhem. And that will be it as the LA Gladiators will take Horizon, map number 2.
And Logix has been taken apart now, one by one. Mayhem have been struggling to keep themselves up and healthy. You can see Manatin now just trying to heal. But Shore4's down and Logix is brought back up. So this might be the opening here for the Florida Mayhem to make a play in. Swoosh is so low though, and actually just walks straight into the shield and gets the damage in. Pulse Bomb! Oh, it connects lovely on a Manatin to take him down. And he will be able to back away now. Sees the tanks coming, but he doesn't want to deal with the tanks. He wants to jump into that back line, and now he's got the Winston to follow up. Dragon Blade coming in. Swoosh can't really do anything about the mech that gets thrown up and blown up. It's Logix to fall. Doesn't have the momentum to escape the fallout zone. And
You know, 91% on the clock. You just have Logix with the Deadeye, but no protection for him now.
Logic's already down. They're diving that McCree so well, he just can't stay up, and Zubair now falling. Looking for Zebo in the backline, but Shawford knows it. Big Goose drops in behind Logix now, just trying to boot him, disrupt him, throw him off course. Logix is trying to find those small targets, but Big Goose there. Who would have thought? 180 decibels straight to the face, and Zubair is no more.
Shawford drive of ultimates out here from the side of the Mayhem as this fight is still going on.
70% almost now off the stall here. Vic trying to find himself a couple more kills, but that's it. The self-destruct might shut this down, but Ash is still on the point.
Start flipping it in their favor. Shawford with a rocket barrage, just working around the outside. It'll be a rocket barrage that comes in from Tvik. He actually takes out Shawford there. Nice play from Tvik.
Asher down to swoosh there in that fight, and Shaz is desperately trying to bring Remix and Shawford back to Vic. So takes a rocket. The real fight begins. That should be about now. Oh, there it is. Shaz comes in with a salvo of balls, and Tvik is no more. Mats are desuited already. The burst damage is so real from the Gladiators. They go from placid to terrifying in a matter of seconds. Asher springs forth, and I love it. Explosive potential from the Gladiators, and Shawford's just notching him up. It's going to be the desuit on Manitou early on in the fight. The Valkyrie popped, and a bomb not connecting for Asher. Oh, that's nice.
Shawford, though, still on the point here for the Gladiators. See the Mercy flying up in the sky for the Mayhem. Big Goose with his Valkyrie will go up in the sky for the Gladiators. 50% progress here made for LA. As you know, with the Primal Rage going off from Remix, the Mayhem will bounce back a little bit. Now they're pushing Swoosh, not able to use his Primal Rage.
Train Bennett's not going to block the Deadeye here, but the shield did Shawford. Something blocked him from getting the damage. And now look at all the real estate that's being taken up by the Gladiators here. The Mayhem are disengaging, pulling back off the point now, giving a bit of space to the Gladiators, but that's just what they need. Remix, though, has fallen. Asher found Zoppe. He's doing such a great job of getting into the backline so far this match, Matt. And now Remix and Shawford coming back forces Everside to do the same. His Mercy brings Manitou and Zoppe back into the fight, so the Zens are back on parade. And Asher sitting back now, found Tvik. A lot of damage there. Shawford and Asher combining onto the same target. So much burst available there. And now Remix trying to create some space. Shawford with the Deadeye picks the monkey out of the air. And now Manitou will have to just try and abscond, head for the heels if he possibly can. But if you're the Mayhem, Matt, you came on. Asher almost goes down there. I think Tvik almost caught him with a couple of wayward shurikens. Asher pulse bomb. He needs to use it on a big target. He's trying to connect it. But in fact, I think Bishu knocked his target out of the way. He's trying to get us a bit of slap fest down towards Everside. But Asher couldn't quite get the damage with the pulse pistols where it needed to be. Regardless, Tvik has fallen to Shawford, who's done a great job at killing supports, tanks, and DPSs alike. And Asher now as well. Control seems to be in his hand because no one's looking at him. Most effective when no one is paying attention to him, and now he can start to chase down those supports. You know when a support for the last to die, it's been a good fight for you, and that'll be it. This series belongs to Los Angeles, and the Gladiators finally rise up after a disappointing last week. Quickly as he can, and in the commotion, Asher has found Tvik off on the periphery. He's actually flanked around, but Manitou's not going to let this stand. Chain hook connects, he has his prize.
So to speak, it'll be Valkyrie that comes out for the Gladiators here first.
Hydration, 3 HP on the Riptide, but it was a good distraction, it feels. At least that was the case. You'd see all the heads of the Mayhem turned in that direction to make sure they could try and gun the tire down early on. Bishu might be jumped on here. You can see he's still being healed over the top there by Big Goose and now the self-destruct. You can see everyone scattering to try and get away, but in the commotion, Big Goose found Zubair there, picks him up with the Caduceus Blaster again. The Valkyrie helping him get to grips with his target. And the Gladiators now look like they were attacking. They definitely have the aggression to boot, and they will hold. Will be harassing.
Logix who takes out Shaz. That'll force out Valkyrie here as 2 more kills go in favor of the Mayhem, but Asher answering it back. Still a lot of big bodies for the Gladiators who can get onto the payload.
Oh, he's so big. He finds Tvik there as well. I think Tvik was trying to sneak up on Asher. And gets him. Yeah, that's another kill for him. That's big. And by the way, this Valkyrie, he's been using this so aggressively so far.
All the way back up towards the Transcendence.
Pressure again. Scrap gun good at breaking these shields down, and so is the whole hog. He's going for it, trying to deny the high ground away from the Gladiators as they're knocked from their precarious perch here by the churning scrap gun. It's Manitou now to pressure in. Primary fire is so much close up.
You come in with your Valkyrie. Big Goose using his Valkyrie. Logix back here.
Oh,
nice pulse bomb.
Shaz now going to fall here. Big Goose does resurrect him immediately there, but it's forced it out. Gladiators have no more resurrects, and Logix is still looking healthy. He's looking for Shaz, takes a bite, decides to savor it for a moment, and he's forced a Transcendence out here. So both of those big support ultimates have been taken away from the Gladiators, or being forced to commit to this fight, and Big Goose is down. Logix has got a lot of room to work, and he's making the most of it.
The teammate here on a Bishu, they'll finish him off. Just Shaz and Hydration here. Hydration going in, still alive here, is just gonna poke and get back.
You see Logic thought he could sneak in there and get the payload, but Bishu was a little bit too canny for that. He's hung around. He even found a free kill on Zebasai. He just threw the mech over the hill and managed to find a kill. That's value if I've ever seen it. It achieves that purpose. And Hydration forced to abscond as well. Only 40 HP left. Bishu desperately trying to keep this one going. Somehow the Mayhem have found themselves a bit of momentum. It is by me. An opportunity to break in. Self-destruct over the top. Swoosh finds the kill with the Primal Rage. It's just Asher. And how are you going to stay alive here? You can see he's taking a lot of damage. And even got Pulse Bomb. That's just style points there from the Mayhem. They get across the line. It was looking like it could have gone either way. Asher's kind of hoping as well that he can maybe catch Zebasai up, but no, the EMP connects, but it's only really onto Shaz at this stage. Asher's still got a lot of room to work with, and he's looking for Zebo, who in turn is looking for Big Goose to try and pick him off. That's the pick though. Logix is down, Silpe trying to fly in, he gets himself the resurrect, he's trying to avoid Asher's scrutiny behind the water tower. It's worked out for the most part here. You can see Asher has to wait patiently for people to peek out from the shield. He gets Logix a second time. Silpe doesn't have the resurrect.
They're able to get that pick with ease. It's a 1v1 Widow battle here. You see Tvik knows where Asher is playing up top. Big Goose firing him as well. It'll be a self-destruct from Bishu that goes...
Oh, he got him!
Big Goose got Tvik!
No, again, Big Goose wins out the battle. The smug purple lady is down. The Gladiators might have a chance here. It looks good. It looks real good. They're at overtime, sure enough. But Zebasai went for that EMP and didn't connect it. Logix is still a possible case, but Bishu's so smart. Realizes that Tvik was trying to set up behind his team's backline. He gets a defense matrix out. He stops him, takes him down as he falls, but he hasn't been able to cover over the damage that Logix has been able to provide in this fight. Bishu forced to take a big step back. Pulse Bomb dropped at his feet there. Just like a bag of something unpleasant dropped at someone's doorway, and then the doorbell is rung. But Bishu's still looking to push forward. The payload decides to think better of it now as his team are being cut up in the back line.
Gladiators, they did not have to use that Dragon Blade. You still have Pulse Bomb. Your self-destruct in Primal Rage. It'll be the Mayhem who jump right on the card. There comes the Dragon Blade out of Hydration though.
Damage from the Pulse Bomb there, but no kill for Asher. Now Hydration's looking for something with his Dragon Blade. He saved him because he did such a good job in the previous fight. His efforts contributed to the felling of Zebasai. So Amos and Yat are in the mix here, but the Gladiators are still pushing forward. This is what I'm talking about. The momentum now is really paying dividends for them as they've developed some in that previous stage. The same thing happened to the Mayhem. Despite the presence of their Transcendent. That's why that burst damage hurts so much. This could be it, could be the end of the line for the Gladiators here in this fight. Bishu's out of the picture. Big Goose doesn't have his Valkyrie right now, and getting a normal res is going to be very difficult considering how much commotion there is. Quick Pulse Bomb, a present from Asher, but it doesn't claim the kill. Now he's down to 23, forced into recall back, and Madsen now starting to run a riot. Here's a resurrect from Silpe, though. Swoosh is back, and the Gladiators only have Hydration. He's forced just to try and fight his way forward, but he can't do it. And there it is, Florida Mayhem getting themselves a map. Yes.
Gladiators, who will take this series 3-1, bouncing back in a big way after their really bad loss against Houston last week.
Again, yeah, wax and wane for the Gladiators has been the story. They moved to 3 wins and 4 losses. For the more grim story is for the Florida Mayhem. They moved to 1 win and 6 losses. It's not been their season, not the start they were looking for. That signing period is going to have everyone with their eyes firmly on the Floridians here, to see if they can make some sort of recovery map. But it's been a series. We saw some excellent plays from individuals there. I really felt like Hydration gave them the